Now see the 7 sum. The 7 sum is an activity question. See the question, they have given you the equation root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2. Now using this equation, we have to solve this quadratic equation by factorization method. Okay, so what we will do is, we will solve this quadratic equation separately in the working, and then we will fill up these boxes. Okay, now see here, I am doing it again over here, because here we only want the answers to be written in the boxes. Working we can do it separately. Okay, now suppose if I am taking this 2 root 2 x square plus 7x root 2 x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. This is the question here. Okay, so now see here, now root 2 we have to multiply these two. Okay, the first term and the last term we will multiply. Now root 2 into root 2, here there is root 2, here there is root 2. Okay, root 2 into root 2 is 2. Okay, just as root 3 into root 3 is 3, root 5 into root 5 is 5. So same way root 2 into root 2 will, when you multiply root 2 into root 2 is 2, and there is 5 over here. See here, when we multiply these two terms, there is a 5 also over here. So we will multiply that with 5. Okay, so that means this root 2 into root 2 is 2 and multiplied with 5. So 2 5s are, we get 10. Now we will do splitting the middle term for 10. Okay, we want 7 over here. So same way, how you get 10, you can take 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are, we get 10, and 5 plus 2, there is a plus sign here, so put the plus sign here. 5 plus 2 is 7. So understood how we get the middle term 7? 5 plus 2 is 7 and 5 2s are 10. So what are we going to take instead of 7x? 5x plus 2x. Understood? So what our next step will be? Write this as it is. So instead of 7x, we will write 5x plus 2x. And this will be as it is. Plus 5 root 2 will be as it is. Okay, understood till here? That means, now see here, what is our next step? Our next step is, we have to remove common. Over here, in this part we will remove common, and this part we will remove common. Okay, now here what is common? Only x square. Here we have x square and here we have x. That means x is common in this. So if you remove x common outside, see here, if you remove x common outside, what is remaining in the bracket? Root 2. Root 2 is remaining in the bracket. From 2x is 1x you removed outside. So 1x is remaining, plus 1x from here on the right hand side, on this side, x you removed out. So what is remaining? 5, and close the bracket. Okay, here we removed common. Now on this part, on this side we will remove common. Now see here, why to remove common? Now here we have root 2, here there is nothing common, but we can make remove common over here. This is 2. Now you know how you get 2. How you get 2? Root 2 into root 2 is 2. Understood? How you get 2? Root 2 into root 2 is 2. So we can split this. Root 2 into root 2, we can split this. Instead of 2x we can write. Okay, so keep this plus sign as it is over here, and instead of 2 we will write root 2x into root 2. X is also there over here, so write root 2x into root 2. So instead of 2, what I wrote? Root 2 into root 2. Why root 2 into root 2? Because root 2 into root 2 multiplied by root 2 is 2. Understood? So instead of that I have written this, and now this as it is, plus 5 root 2, I am writing it as it is. Understood? Now see here, now we have to remove common over here. That's the reason this we have done this. So we will keep this as it is. Root 2x plus 5, we will keep it as it is. Okay, now we will, now see here, since 2, how we got 2? Root 2 into root 2. Now we can remove common in this part. Okay, what is common over here on both the sides? Root 2 and root 2 is common over here. Okay, see here, root 2 and root 2 is common over here. So if you remove root 2 common, put the plus sign as it is first, then root 2 we are getting common. Now see this root 2 and here root 2. If you remove common, again in the bracket what is remaining? This root 2x plus this 5. Okay, and this root 2 we removed it out. Understood? That means we have got here two common brackets, as we should get 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5. Now root 2x plus 5, that is common. You write it once, and the other bracket is x plus root 2, you write it once. Understood? Now root 2x is equal to, root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, and x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Okay, root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, or x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Now keep that root 2x as it is. Okay, now equal to plus 5 when you bring it on the right hand side will become minus 5, or x is equal to plus root 2 when you bring it on the right hand side will become minus root 2. Understood? Now x is equal to minus 5. This root 2 is in multiplication, will come in division, or x is equal to this, we will keep it as it is. We have already solved this, so root 2 will be root 2 only, minus root 2. Understood? So we have solved the entire thing. Now, okay, now we will fill up the boxes. Now see here, this was the question. Okay, this was the question. See this part, 2x square, and here we have 5 root 2. So in between, in these two boxes, what we will fill is 5x and 2x. So this will be a box, 5x and 2x. 5x, and here we will have 2x. Understood? Now see the next step. In the next step we finish this step. Now see the next step, x, here root 2x plus 5. Okay, root 2x plus 5. Now this we have done an extra step here, so we will skip this step because we only have to fill up these boxes. Okay, here there is this is an extra step. Okay, extra step just because we have to solve. Why? Because 2. How do we get 2? Root 2 into root 2. So this was an extra step. So what we will do is we will go to directly this step. That's the reason I told you first you have to solve this separately, and then you have to fill up the boxes. Okay, this was an extra step which we had to do. Now see here, we will go to this x. Okay, x. Now in the bracket we have root 2x plus 5. So here we will write root 2x plus 5 plus root 2 they have already written. Again over here also we have root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Understood? Then see the next step. This step we have to write. Now here x plus root 2 is already given. What we have to write? Root 2x plus 5. Okay, we wrote this step also. Now see the next step. Here is equal to 0 they have given. So what we will write? Root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, and x plus root 2 is equal to 0. This is already given. Now see here, we wrote this step. Now directly this is also extra. That's the reason we had to solve it separately. This is extra. What we have got, x is equal to minus 5 upon root 2. Understood? The answer after solving we have got minus 5 upon root 2, and on the right hand side here x is equal to minus root 2. Understood? So which are the two roots of the equation? Minus root 2 is already written. What we will write here is minus 5 upon root 2. Understood? Minus 5 upon root 2. So here we had to do two extra steps. That's the reason whenever you get an activity question, you have to first solve it separately, and then you just have to fill up these boxes. Okay, so your two steps were we had to do it extra. So understood? The 7th sum, it is an activity question. It is an important sum too. Now see, we have finished the 7th sum. Now see the 8th sum. Now the 8th sum is 3x square. Okay, 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. Now what we will do is first we have to multiply these two terms. 3 2s are 6. Now see this sum carefully. 3 2s are 6. Okay. There is a plus sign here. You can put a plus sign over here. Now middle term. This middle term is 2 root 6. Okay. is 2 root 6. So how do we get that? Okay, root 6 into root 6 is 6. When you multiply, we want this 6. So how you get 6? Just in the previous sum I explained. Root 3 into root 3 was 3. Root 5 into root 5 is 5. Root 7 into root 7 is 7. So same way, root 6 into root 6 we will get 6. Understood? So how we get this 6? Root 6 into root 6. Okay. Now see here the signs minus and plus. So minus, and this also will be minus. That means minus minus plus. I told you when there is minus and plus, minus signs will come together. Minus 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 minus, and then we have plus. So minus minus plus. Okay. Now see, coming back to this thing, root 6 into root 6 is 6. This you understood. Now here in between we have 2 root 6. Now there is an addition sign here, so we have to add this. Okay. Root 6 plus root 6 is 2 root 6. Understood? When you add this, root 6 plus root 6 is 2 root 6. This sign, don't see these signs. These signs just to put the signs over here, I have put over here. Okay. We have to take minus, minus, and then plus. 3 2s are 6. How you get 6? So root 6 into root 6 is 6 in multiplication. But after adding, we want 2 root 6. So root 6 plus root 6 will become 2 root 6. Understood? Now see here, these two terms we will write it as it is. But in between, we have to take this. Instead of 2 root 6, we will take root 6 into root 6. And there is x also. Okay, so we will take x over there. So write this as it is. 3x square will be as it is. Instead of this, we will take minus root 6x. Again minus root 6x. Okay, root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, now what we will do is, see this sum carefully. Now what we will do is, we have to split all this. Okay, we are going to split all this. 3. How you get 3? Just as we got 6, root 6 into root 6. How do we get 3? I am showing you here. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. Understood? So first I will solve this. How do we get 3? Root 3 into root 3. So it will be easier to remove common. That's the reason we will split this. How do we get 3? Root 3 into root 3 is 3. Root 3 into root 3. And there is x square also. Understood? Root 3 into root 3, and there is x square over here. Next, 6. How do we get 6? Now see here, 6. We can also write this as, so root 6. We can also write it as 2 3s are 6. That means root 2 into root 3. Understood? So I'm writing the bigger one first, root 3 into root 2. Root 3, and x is also there, so don't forget to write that x into root 2. Understood? So now same way, this 6 we wrote 3 2s are 6. Okay, root 3 into root 2. So 3 2s are 6. Again this 6 also the same way, put the minus sign first as it is. Okay, put the minus sign as it is. Again this 6 also the same way we will write, root 3x multiplied by root 2. Understood? Now plus 2. How do we get 2? Root 2 into root 2. Just as how we split this 3. How we got 3? Root 3 into root 3. Same way 2 we will write. First put the plus sign and then write root 2 into root 2. Understood? Now see, it will be easier to remove common over here. See here. Now what we will remove common? We will remove common from here, this part, and here this part. Okay. Now see, what is common over here is root 3. Okay. See here, na? Root 3 and root 3 is common. Okay. Root 3 and root 3 is common. So you remove root 3 outside. Okay. Root 3 is common. Even x is common on both the sides. Here we have x and here also we have x. So we will write root 3x is common. After removing root 3x, now we see in the bracket. Root 3 you removed out. Okay, so how many? 1 root 3 is remaining inside on the left hand side. This root 3 is remaining inside. From 2 x's, 1 x you removed out, 1 x is remaining inside. Minus sign is there, put the minus sign on this side. Okay, on both the sides. Now see this root 3 we removed it outside. So here no root 3 is remaining. Understood? X also we have removed outside. So what is remaining here? Root 2. Okay, 3x minus root 2, close the bracket. Understood this part? That's the reason we had to split all this so that we could remove common easily. Okay, so see here, root 3 on this both the sides to remove common. Root 3 into root 3 I have removed, and x I have removed common. If root 3 and x you remove common, here 1 root 3 is remaining on this side. Okay, 1 root 3 is remaining and 1 x is remaining, minus this root 3 you removed outside common, so 2 is remaining here. Now same way, pay attention here, minus sign is there, first you have to put the minus sign. Okay, now see on both the sides what is common. On both the sides what is common? Here we have root 3x into root 2, and here we have root 2 into root 2. That means root 2 is common on both the sides, so we will remove root 2 common. Okay, now if you remove root 2 common, see what is left. This and this is left. Okay, if you remove root 2 common over here outside, root 3x, this plus. Now see here, plus, there is a minus sign out. As I told you, when there is a minus sign out, the sign will change. So minus into plus will become minus. Okay, now root 2 when you removed out from both the sides, what is left? Root 3x and root 2. Understood? So see here, we have got the common bracket over here. The common bracket we will write it once, that is root 3x minus root 2, we will write it once, and again root 3x minus 2, we will write it once. Understood? Is equal to 0. Now root 3x minus root 2, this one, is equal to 0, or now this one, root 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. See, both the sides it is same. Now root 3x, this equal to this minus root 2, when you shift it on the right hand side, will become plus root 2. Same way over here also, root 3x is equal to minus 2, again when you shift it over here will become plus. Okay, plus 2. There is a root sign here, I forgot to put that, root 2. Okay, root 2, there was a root sign here. Now see here, x is equal to root 2. This root 3 is in multiplication, will come here in division. Same way over here. Okay, x is equal to root 2 as it is, and 3 will come here in division. So you can see both the roots we have got same. So answer, therefore root 2 upon root 3 and again root 2 upon root 3 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Understood this sum? See here, first 3 2s are 6. How you get 6? Root 6 into root 6 is 6. Okay, then 2 root 6 we want after adding it, because there is a plus sign there. So root 6 plus root 6 will become 2 root 6. So instead of this, we have to write this, root 6 and root 6 over here, minus root 6 minus root 6. Now the next step of here is very important. You have to split this in order to get common. Okay, you have to split. 3, how you got? Root 3 into root 3. Same way both sides, 6x root 6, 3 2s are 6. So root 3 into root 2, 3 2s are 6. And same way 2. How do we get 2? Root 2 into root 2. Then it will be easier to remove common and then solve the entire sum. Understood? So here we have finished sum number 8. Now we will do sum number 9. 9 sum is 2m m minus 24 is equal to 50. Okay. Now your first step what we will do is, there is a bracket here, we will first multiply this and open the bracket. How you multiply this? You will multiply this 2m multiplied by m first, and then we will multiply 2m multiplied by 24. Okay. So 2m multiplied by m will become 2m square minus 2m multiplied by 24. So 24 2s are 48, m is equal to 50. Okay, now we'll write it in order. We'll write the general form of it. 2m square, first 2m square, then minus 48m. 50 is on the right hand side, bring it on the left hand side, will become minus 50 is equal to 0. Understood? Now what we will do, we can do splitting the middle term for this. 50 2s are 100. Okay, So here we can take 52s are, there is another method which you can do. You can even see here 2, 48 and 50. We can divide these three terms by 2. Okay, all three are divisible by 2. You can even divide this by 2, or you can directly do by the previous method. 52s are 100. Okay, that method. So first multiply these two terms as we did in the previous sums. 52s are 100. Okay, there is a minus sign here, put the minus sign here. Now we want 48. Now same way we can take the same thing. 52s are, okay, 52s are, we can take 52s are only, 52s are 100, and 50 minus 2 we will get 48. Understood? After subtracting we want the middle term to come 48. 50, when you multiply 52s are 100, and then when you subtract it, 50 minus 2 we get the middle term 48. Okay, so the beginning term will be as it is, 2m square, but instead of this middle term, this 48m, we have to take these two. That is, now see here, there is minus minus. Whenever there is minus minus, minus plus minus. Okay, so minus plus minus, minus 50m plus 2m, and then minus 50 as it is. See here, minus minus is there, minus plus minus, minus plus minus. Okay, now after splitting the middle term over here, what next step is removing common here. Okay, now what is common here? 2 times table is common, so 2 is common and m is also common. 2m if you remove out, from 2 you removed out, from 2m 1m you removed out, 1m is remaining here, minus 2 25s are 50, m you already removed it out, common. There is a plus sign here, put the plus sign. Again here what is common? Only 2 is common over here. Okay, so write 2 bracket, m is remaining here, minus sign as it is, minus will be as it is because there is a plus sign here, and then 2 25s are 50 is equal to 0. We got two common brackets here, so we'll write it once, m minus 25 one time, and this 2m plus 2, 2m plus 2 once is equal to 0. Understood? Now m minus 25 is equal to 0, or 2m plus 2 is equal to 0. So m is equal to minus 25, shifted on the right hand side you will get plus 25. Understood? Or 2m keep it here, 2m is equal to plus 2, shifted on the right hand side you will get minus 2. Okay, plus 2 when you shift it on the right hand side you will get minus 2. Now this we have already got, m is equal to 25. See this one, m is equal to, keep that minus 2 as it is, and this 2 is in multiplication, bring it here in division. Okay, now you can reduce this, 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2. So what you got, m is equal to minus 1. Understood? So answer, therefore 25 and minus 1 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Understood this sum, 9th sum? So we have finished 8, 9. Now see the 10th one. The question for the 10th one is 25m square is equal to 9. Okay, 25m square is equal to 9. Now this sum, see here, first what we will do is we will arrange it. 25m square, we will keep it as it is. 9 is on the right hand side, bring it on the left hand side will become minus 9. It is plus 9. When you bring it on the left hand side will become, sorry, it is plus 9. When you bring it on the left hand side will become minus 9 is equal to 0. Now observe these two numbers, both are square numbers. Okay, 25 and 9. So we can take the square root on both the sides. See here, 25, we can write 5m the whole square. Okay, square root of 25 is 5. 5 5s are 25, so 5m the whole square minus 9. Okay, 9 over here, for 9, 3 3s is 9. So we will take 3 the whole square is equal to 0. Now if you see the sum, there is a formula based on it. A square, if this whole thing is your A and this whole thing is your B. So we have a formula based on it. A square minus B square, and the formula for it is A plus B, A minus B. So say think that this is your A and this is your B. So A square minus B square will be A plus B and A minus B. Okay, first we will write down the square root here. 5m square minus 3m square. So 5m plus 3 and 5m minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, here we did not do splitting the middle term. Using the formula we have directly done the sum. Now 5m plus 3 is equal to 0 and 5m or 5m minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, now 5m again, 5m is equal to plus 3 shifted on the right hand side will become minus 3, or 5m is equal to plus 3 shifted on the right hand side will minus 3 when you shift it on the right hand side will become plus 3. Again, m is in 5 is in multiplication, so m is equal to minus 3 will be as it is. This 5 is in multiplication will come down here in division, or again m is equal to 3 will be as it is. 5 here is in multiplication will come here in division. Understood? So what we got here is answer minus 3 upon 5 and 3 upon 5 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Understood? Now we'll do the 11th sum. See, we have finished the 10th sum. Now see the 11th sum. 11th sum is 7m square is equal to 21m. Okay, 7m square is equal to 21m. Now first we will arrange. 7m square will be as it is. 21 on the right hand side, get it on the left hand side will become minus 21m. Okay, now see this sum. Here what you can see is these are not square numbers. Okay, so we could remove the square root and then square it using a square minus b square. These are not square numbers, but we can remove common over here. 7 is common on both the sides and m is also common on both the sides. So what we will do is remove 7 and m common. If you remove 7m common, what is remaining in the bracket? 7 you removed out. From 2m, 1 you removed out, so 1 will remain in the bracket. Minus sign as it is. 7 3s are 21. This m you removed out. Now close the bracket is equal to 0. So here which two brackets we are going to get? 7m is equal to 0 and m minus 3 is equal to 0. So here we get 7m is equal to 0 or m minus 3 is equal to 0. Understood? Now see here, m is equal to 0, m is equal to 0, 7 will come here in division, or m is equal to minus 3 will come here on the right hand side will become plus 3. Now this we got the answer, m is equal to 3, but this one m is equal to, since 0 is there on top, the whole answer will be 0 and this will be as it is, m is equal to 3. That means the two roots we have got 0 and 3 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay, now see the 12th sum. The 12th sum is m square minus 11 is equal to 0. Okay, now see this sum. There is square here. Okay, square over here. 11 also we can write in the square form. How? See here, suppose I showed you before 11. How do we get 11? Root 11 into root 11 is equal to 11. How do we get 11? Root 11 into root 11 is equal to 11. We had done this before in the splitting the middle term. So this can also be written as root 11 the whole square. Understood? How do we get 11? Root 11 into root 11. That means this can be written as root 11 the whole square. So here we have already have m square minus, instead of this 11 we will write root 11 the whole square is equal to 0. Now see here, both the sides we have square, so we can do it by using this formula, a square minus b square. What is a? Suppose this is your a square minus b square. What is a square minus b square? A plus b, a minus b. So that means we will get m plus root 11 and m minus root 11. Is equal to 0. Understood? We are doing by the same method over here. Now m plus root 11 is equal to 0 or m minus root 11 is equal to 0. Now m is equal to plus root 11. When you get it on the right hand side of equal to, you will get minus root 11, or m is equal to this minus root 11, when you bring it on the right hand side, will become plus root 11. Understood? So we got both the roots. Answer: minus root 11 and root 11 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Understood? So here we have finished all the sums. The 10th sum we did here. 25 is a square number and 9 also. So we did it using a square minus b square. Same way the 12th sum, 10th and 12th sum, here also a square minus b square formula we have used and solved this. In the 11th sum, here we could remove 7, both are divisible in 7 times table. 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21. So what happened over here? We removed 7m common and then we have solved this sum. Understood? So here we have finished practice set 2.2. Okay, we have finished practice set 2.2. If you find this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.